G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about K2 golf tees. Now, these tees, I've been using them for, I'm going to say years on the channel now. I went through the burr tees, I went through, trying to 3D print tees. I had friends 3D print tees for me. They all failed. Nothing comes close to K2 golf tees. If you've got a simulator at home, if you've got a commercial center, get yourself some K2 tees. The design now has gotten so refined and so fine-tuned. Kevin has worked hard to basically take all the feedback on board from everybody, work out where the weak points are in the tee, refine them, continuous refinement to a point now where these tees are just, look, they're breakable, but they're almost unbreakable, these tees. They are absolutely fantastic. And the other thing is, you're not going to be chasing them around your sim room because they are tethered to the tether bag. So let me show you the new update. Let me show you the new design, which it really fixes the biggest issue that people were having with these tees, which was tangling issues with the cables. With my bag, I have 3 tees attached to it. And when I was using the old traditional tethers, they were along, let me grab one. The original tethers were these. So they came in 3 different colors, but they were essentially just a long bungee cord. And there was a few issues with these. One was these would just get tangled. So if you had 3 of these attached to your tether bag, over the period of a round, your tees would all just get tangled up to the point where you've got this massive knot of bungee cord and you had to sort through it and try and untangle it. It was a bit of a pain. It was so much of a pain that I actually just went to 2 tees on the bag because having more than 2 really caused the issue. The other issue with them was they had like a reflective connector, you can see there. So I colored mine in black so I wouldn't get any issues with misreads. They had a metal reflective connector there. And they also were quite weak, so you'd often get breakages, and not only next to the end of the tether point, you'd also get breakages, halfway up. You can see this cable. I mean, I look, granted, I have been using this for about a year. You can see there, it just had a lot of wear and tear to the point where the bungees are all snapped and it's just hanging on by the cloth. The other thing with these ones was they used like a fish swivel. So you can see there, the fish hook swivel, and that attached to the actual bungee, and then this point would attach to the bag. A bit fiddly. They did kind of work, but not really. You'd still get cables kind of tangling, etc. So that was the old design. What about the new design? So the new design now, I'll show you the cable first and then I'll show you the bag which is assembled. So this is the new cord. So you can see you've got 2 massive loops essentially. So he's basically doubled over the bungee. So you're going to get something that's a lot more structurally sound or a lot stronger. Now on this side, you can see I've placed one of the new clips. So that's what the new clips looks like. And they do swivel, you can see. And that is just to reduce the cable from twisting and getting all caught up. And it does work. And then these are very nice because they've just got this easy clip that you can just clip onto the bag. Now the other side is where you're going to attach your tee. And you do attach it in the crisscross method. I'll show you that now. I mean, even with the old design, you were still recommended to attach it with this crisscross method. And that's how it attaches to the actual tee. So one side you've got attached to the tee, the other side is attached to your bag. Now I'll show you my setup. I've got a number 5 tee, which is my one that I use all the time. And that's why I've got this blue Velcro core, Velcro identifier, I guess is the best way to say it. So there's a few different ways now with Kevin, with K2, how you can identify what tee you've got rather than, picking up a tee and realizing you've picked up the number 5 instead of the 4, etc. So you've got these, this was kind of a stopgap and this is what I've been sent. So I'm using these and they actually work really well. You just Velcro them around the actual cable. That is how I've got mine set up. Now I've got a number 5 tee. I've got a number 4 tee, which has a red one on it. You can see there, I've got the red one identified. And then I also have like a number 1 tee, I believe this is. And I don't have an identifier on this because I know I can just tell it's a number 1 tee. What you'll look at initially looking down is you'll see all these cables and you'll think there's more cable there. So it's gonna cause a lot more mess and a lot more tangling. When you actually use these, and it's probably a combination of the shorter cable. The old cables were a lot longer. You've got a shorter tether now. So that combined with the fact that the actual bungee is a bit heavier and it's doubled up, these things don't get tangled. So I've used these now for 2 rounds and I haven't had one tangling issue with these tees, where before I'd play 1 round and I'd have tangling issues. It would be a bit annoying. As you can see, I've got mine all attached to one bag. Kevin does offer personalized bags as well. So this one you can see is the Joe Lagasse Golf logo, really clean. And yeah, it is a massive update, and an update that Kevin is always working to find out issues with these tees. When I first got these, I was having a lot of breakages around the diamond. So what Kevin did is just add reinforcement around the diamond. You can see that the actual tether on the tee gets fatter up by the diamond. So he's always looking on ways to improve these tees. Is this going to be the final design? I'm going to say no, because he's always looking to improve things. Let me show you some other ways of identifying the cables now, because this, like I said, was kind of a stopgap. That's what he sent me, but I'll show you what he's using now. So the other thing he sent me in the bag, and I should have put these on before I actually put my tees on, and I might take the tees off and put these on, but you've got these little identifiers that you can slip over the cable. And so you can easily slide these on to your cables before you put your tees on, and then you'll know exactly which one is your tee. I just found using these Velcro, little bits of Velcro that he sent me, I've got all different colors. I can simply just Velcro that around the cable and I can identify them really easily. Now, the reason you want to identify what tee you're using is because if you've got multiple tees set up on your tether bag, it can get confusing in a dark environment. All of them have got the black cables now, so you kind of want to know which tee you're grabbing so then you can grab the right one. So before this update, with the old cables, they were different colors, and so I just used red for my driver, and then I used a black one for my 3-wood, and then a black one for the lower tee. But it is nice that now with these new cables, we don't have that massive reflective metal bit at the end, which Kevin thinks that was kind of causing weakness in the cable. Now that's completely eliminated, so you can just put your tee straight on this massive loop. The other thing is, you don't actually have to use these attachments. So I think this is really neat, and I actually love these attachments, but you can just simply thread this and tie this onto your anchor bag, so you don't even have to use these attachments if you don't want to. Okay, so that is an update from K2 Tees. I believe as of today, you can pre-order your new tees, today being the 1st of June. So if you're watching this video after that, which you will be because I've got to edit it, they will be available for pre-order. Now, if you own the old tees and the old tether method, honestly, if they're working for you, just stick with it. This is not something you have to upgrade to, but potentially if you're getting breakages in the future, it's something you can upgrade to. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you, Kevin and K2 Tees, for supporting the Joe Lagasse Golf channel. I really appreciate it. These tees are the best tees in sim golf. And what's cool is these are made by a GS Pro user, a community user. So it's fantastic to see someone see an issue in sim golf with the Burr tees, come up with a design, and then actually get these made as a commercial product. I'm always going to support people like Kevin who go on these ventures and come up with solutions in the community. I think it's really cool. And the other thing is they are made in the US. They're 100% made in the USA. So you're supporting a local company, a local product. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, let me know. Any comments or questions, leave them down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.